Okay. Weird. Well, it looks fine now. Must be fine. It looks fine. Must be fine. Oh! Okay, sights and sounds. Just gotta get out of the loud, spoopy music. Hello everyone, my name is Allie. I'm from Ok2BeFat because it is okay to be fat. Welcome to your Like a Dragon and Yakuza stream. We stream all the Like a Dragon and Yakuza games. This is Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name. This makes me so sad. Kiryu sets out to live the rest of his days with an empty heart. No! I don't want that! For my dad! The best dad. No! I only want good things for Kiryu. I want him to stop taking responsibility for stuff that other people did to him. Poor dad. He's trying his best. Wow, this is taking a minute and a half to load, isn't it? Alright, here we are. Okay. So, like, I need to give people a moment to get in here, but... Ooh. Ooh. Oh, look at him. Oh, he's so cute. Oh my god, they got other little guys over here. Look at that, look at that. Look at the little guys. Oh, they got little takoyaki hats. And little Josuke hair. I love you little octopus guys. You're so cute. I was thinking when we get some people in that I was wanting to tell y'all about man, where's that? Alright, here we go. That man wanted a picture of that, so I did it. Okay. Gotta find that man's car, take a picture of his car, because he is worried about the car. I could eat. Oh, not at the clown place, though. That place never opened. I was gonna try to tell y'all, I tried to make this TikTok, and it got messed up. And then I was like, fuck it, I'm not doing all that again. So, so now it's just gone. Cause shit's just like that sometimes. Okay. Oh yeah. A little bit of a fog day. Hey, it's Will. How you doing? Let me put the note in. There we go. This game has a photosensitivity and epilepsy warning. It's just a universal warning. At the beginning of the game, I'm pinning it to the top of the chat. There was also going to be recurring notes from the Nightbot into the chat. People do sometimes listen to these later, so just be aware of that in case it is something that is important for you to know about. So, that's not an issue that I personally have, so I'm not always very good at, like, noting the flashy parts. Although there's definitely a place in 8 where I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna have to be like, this is real flashy. But I'm not really 100% sure what they're referencing here. It may be some stuff over on that gambling boat, or it may be that, like, they're just kind of giving that as a warning generally now. I'm not sure, but I just want to be careful for people. It's a Wednesday. Dealing with the same crap as on Monday, but better than you were. Oh, that's good. That's good. How am I doing? I'm a little bit foggy today, but like I think I had as good of a day as I can. So that's good. I did what I needed to do. And then I tried to just not worry about it too much. And that seemed like it worked pretty well. At least today. Who's to say what will work well tomorrow? That's a whole different ball game and a different day. But today, pretty good. I was gonna tell y'all about this like TikTok that I tried to make, and I was also gonna give a cross stitch update. Like, y'all, I'm not sure. This is my first time using Pixel Stitch, and I'm not sure I did it right. Like at all. I'm really not sure. Okay. Well, that one lady wanted me to give her that picture, so I'll do that. Yeah, Pixel Stitch is a program that you can put kind of any image into, and it will generate a cross-stitch pattern and floss numbers. Like, embroidery floss is not like yarn. Like, there's not like a bunch of companies making it. It's like there's basically one company that makes it. And so if you are doing embroidery or cross stitch, if someone gives you it's like Pantone, right? The reason why Pantone was such a big thing for so long was because people needed to make sure that their colors were matching across like long distances, like, you know, in commercial use and printing and stuff like that. So, you know, you would give people like the Pantone number, and then you would know you were definitely talking about the same color. Cross stitch is kind of like that. So like if you get a list of generated DMC floss numbers, then like those are the colors that you need. So it tells you what the pattern would be. It generates a pattern that you can print out, and it tells you what DMC floss like colors you need for it, and how much. And it's pretty good. I've known about it for a while. It's free. You don't have to download anything. It's like a browser. It just operates in your browser. It's really cool. Because, like, before, you know, people started making, like, stitch and bitch kind of things where they would make, like, sarcastic cross stitches and stuff. Like, before kind of wider adoption of the internet and people kind of getting craft internet together, the cross stitch patterns were just real grim. They were real grandma. There was a lot of precious moments, a lot of folded hands in prayer. And like, if you wanted to do something that wasn't like, I mean, there's a lot of it was real Jesus-y. And if you wanted to do something that like wasn't that, it was not easy to find stuff. So like now there's like much more variety. And it's not just because of Pixel Stitch. Like, people will also like make and sell their own patterns, and then they'll make and sell kits that come with the pattern and the fabric and the floss. That's what I usually do because I'm not trying to do extra work in my hobbies. I just find like patterns that I like and I do the patterns. Here's your photo. So I've never like well, one time I bespoke, before Pixel Stitch was a thing, one time I bespoke made my own pattern with carbon paper. Let me do this bit here and then I'll explain. Oh, really? You used to work at Forshine. I heard you wore a lot of hats to get that club such a good rep for being #1 showgirl to running the whole joint herself. Owner and hostess. this friend of hers. Could it be Yuki? Well, either way, I hope they're doing well. Got my own share of memories tied up in that club. Points! Yeah, so I took graph paper, and, I wanted to do a cross-stitch of this coloring book page where Skeletor imagines himself, becoming married to Tila. And so it's Skeletor, and then it's like a thought bubble, and he's like, it's his like wedding day with Tila. Very funny. And so I was like, I'm gonna cross stitch that. But the only way to do it at that point was, cause pixel stitch was not a thing. I had to print out the, coloring book page that I had found online. I think it might have originally been from like a Sean Baby article or something, but I thought it was very funny. So I printed it out, and I used carbon paper to trace the lines onto the graph paper, and then I used a colored pencil to color in the different areas, like what color they should be, and then I used that as a pattern. But like, it was a pretty simple image. I do not think I would have wanted to do anything much more complicated than that. You know what? Go fly! But yeah, this is my first time using Pixel Stitch, and I put the wrong Ida count in. The Ida is the kind of fabric that you use with the little holes in it for cross stitch, and like Ida 14 means it has 14 holes per inch, I guess, and Ida 18 means it has 18, so it's smaller. The like hole density, like it's more dense, and there's like the stitches are smaller. And I input this as a Ida 18, and the fabric that I have is actually an Ida 14, and I had to try to translate that, and be like, oh, it would be this, and I'm like, I thought I did it right, and now I am not convinced that I did. I think I might have accidentally been using a piece of fabric that's too small, but I'm like committed now. I'm too far into this. Like, if this man's face extends outside of this Ida fabric, well, it's just we're just gonna have to imagine the rest of it, because I'm not doing this over. I just decided that today. I'm not doing it over. Maybe if it's messed up, that'll be funny. I don't know. I mean, that's the thing with cross stitch too, is like, I'm always messing it up and then just being like, whatever, it's fine. I mean, it takes a lot for me to get a seam ripper out and start pulling out some cross stitch stitches. I'm not trying to do that. If I can back it out through the hole, like going back up through the same hole to like get it to come out, like, I'll do that sometimes, but sometimes I'm just like, it don't matter, and I just keep going. Oh no, he's holding this guy up. Please, tomorrow I'll have it, I promise. Shit, the collector's back again. He lost big gambling, so he's in a real mood too. This ain't looking too good. Someone help. I will help. You heard the man. He says he doesn't have it. That's always his excuse, the lazy bum. What's any of this got to do with you, huh? That was pretty good. But yeah, I tried to make a TikTok this morning, and I realized I had misspelled the word. Like, I did the whole thing, but I wasn't trying to send it yet. It sent before I meant for it to, because I was going to look up if I had spelled the word plagiarism right, which I hadn't. And it was up there all misspelled, and I got annoyed. So I was like, well, because I had clipped together multiple clips and had edited it and every fucking thing in that damn app. I was like, I'll just download it and then, like, re-upload the download. That won't be a big problem. And so I was like, boop, 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 it's downloaded. So I deleted it, and then I went to upload it, and, no, it wasn't. It was not downloaded. And then I just decided, fuck it. So I just quit. Excuse you, everything has to do with Kiryu if he's close by. You don't have a choice. It's true. I just decided I don't care. And so I just moved on. But can I okay, so now I got points again. Good. If I keep getting my whole booty whipped in these like with people, and it's like annoying, I'm just gonna rank it down to easy, because like I didn't come here to be annoyed. So like I can't do the fight stance, man. So, you know, knockdown avoidance. Probably not gonna do that. Probably not gonna use that. Grapple strike looks pretty good though. Oh, just a reminder to people, the reward for the channel points, the watch along, that is going to be Friday at the regular time. Friday at the regular time, I am turning on the webcam, and we are going to have a filmic experience together. So look out for that. Finishing cold. Dodge those balls. Grapple killer? That looks pretty good. I like your grip break. Snacks to everything. You have 18 chocolate bars? Nice! It sounds like you got like, you're all stashed up and ready to go. Okay, I don't think I have enough points for anything else. Alright, we're on a points quest. Time for points. Wait a minute. Who's up in here? Not in there. Who's up in here? Oh, it's the shots bar. You can build a tiny gnome hut with them. Just because they're big. That's pretty cool. I just decided I did not care about telling people about how a Michael Bay movie plagiarized a movie from, settled out of court for plagiarizing a movie. It seems like, in my opinion, to me, that they did pretty much do that. I just didn't feel like going through and dealing with that again, so I just didn't do it. Made me drunk.
Yosh,
also an antechamber. Nice. Oops. Thank you. Alright, so, ooh, he's very drunk. Alright, so I'm gonna have him, drink some, like, water. Apple juice. Hello, it's me, Giorgio Josima, the different one. I did not drink a whole bunch of liquor here. I'm a different guy. Gimme, 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 gimme. I need points, y'all.
Yosh, ikuka.
What on earth would he do that for? Does someone else have cooler explosions? Well, it may well be that Michael Bay himself did not like know about this. It did not seem like he wrote the script. Um, at least in what I read about it. But I did look it up a little bit. So basically, here's the situation. There's and the reason I don't want to be like, here's this plagiarism thing I know about because of Mystery Science Theater, because then it would make me seem like I'm saying that Mystery Science Theater plagiarized somebody. It's like, no. There's a... You know, let me go ahead and do this. There we go. Sick. Save it. It's a movie that was on Mystery Science Theater, which is how I knew about that movie. It was like a 1997 episode of Mystery Science Theater when Mike was hosting. They were on a sci-fi network. The movie is called Parts the Clonus Horror. And the movie that was accused of plagiarizing Parts the Clonus Horror is called The Island. It's not even really a good, like, that good. It's not that good of a movie. It's not even, like, a good Michael Bay movie. Like, you know, and I know people don't like him. I don't, like, have... I mean, I do have thoughts on Michael Bay, but they aren't, like, this is trash and people are fools for liking it. It's more like... Michael Bay's really incredibly good at putting together these action set pieces with these like dynamic camera movements in, you know, ways that are like almost kind of unique to him, and that he's not so good at like pacing and like, I don't know, mostly pacing. I guess my big complaint with him would be the pacing issue, because like if you're always going at 100 miles an hour, then the brain becomes like it wears you out, right? It's like it's too much of the thing, and like it doesn't, even within a large action set piece, you need to give people's like eyes and mind like a minute to breathe, so the whole thing doesn't kind of blur together, and it gives like the high point moments more impact. If you like have some like less, you do a thing and you kind of like bring it down, pause a little bit, it just is more impactful. And like for that, I think it's just, you know, I think it would just hit better even in the genre of like trash action movies. Um if there was like more variation in the actual action sequences, I think that would work better. And I mean I like trash action movies, so I'm saying that as a trash action movie like connoisseur. Um yeah, it kind of numbs out your brain where you're just like, you get like the brain and the eyes and the ears, and it just gets tired. And so it's like some parts of like keeping people engaged is like giving them that like pacing and like variety, so they don't just like check out. I mean, what am I to say? I mean, these movies are very successful too, so it's not like it's like, I mean, maybe I'm wrong about that. I don't think so, because I think they would be like maybe even more successful, but it seems like sometimes people like, there is something about like a type of entertainment that you're not actually engaging with. You're just kind of letting your brain go slack and let it wash over you. And there can be some like relaxation in doing that. I wish that most of our like versions of that weren't so politically regressive. But, like, you know, you're tired. You just want to turn off your brain. I get it. Like, but maybe, like, that's part of the appeal. But for me, it's just a little, for my taste, it's a little too loud for that. And so, like, I don't find it, like, relaxing because it's a little bit too much. And I want my, I kind of want my action movie sequences to be like, yeah! You know, I want to be like, yeah! Um, and, like, it's not like I've never yahed at, like, a Michael Bay action sequence. It's just that, like, I can't, like, tell you any of them of what they are. Like, I could tell you specifically, like, certain action movies. I can recount for you specific scenes that had me whooping and hollering and just being like, fuck yeah. I just don't, like, I can't. The only thing that I can really specifically remember out of a Michael Bay action sequence doesn't even have to do with the action sequence. It has to do with this, like, guy that I was kind of seeing at the time saying something about the car. So, like, it doesn't really actually pertain to that. And it was after the thing was over. So it's like, I can't really, like, and I just like it when it's a little more impactful. You know, and, like, that's not everyone's opinion, and I don't think that it's, like, I mean, I think that Michael Bay movies clearly have, like, a fairly regressive sensibility about them, but I don't think they're, like, like, that much worse than a lot of stuff, that, like, I don't know, doesn't get as much, like, snobbery around it, like, you know what I mean? Cause, like, I like trash. You know, I like trashy, like, genre stuff as much as anybody. But, like, sometimes I'm just like, this could be better, though. This could be gourmet trash. And right now it's just fast food. Um, hey, Forstein! Sorry about your groaning fish vibe. Um, so, yeah, what happened? Oh, what's this girl's thing? I have a mission for you, flying takoyaki? Huh? Are you telling me takoyaki can fly in Osaka? That's right. And if you take a picture of it and show it to me, then what? It'll make me happy. I'm sure it'll make you happy too. And then our happiness will spread to the people around us. And then everyone in the world will be filled with utter bliss. Now you know what you have to do. She's a cheery one. Well, if I really encounter flying takoyaki, it couldn't hurt to snap a photo. Yes, this is another weirdo we will do a favor for. I think this guy might want to play darts. Oh, yes, I will play darts with you. I'm looking for darts buddies. The name's Yada. Well, you just look the part, you know? If you got time, come and challenge me. We're already talking like old friends, right? Haha. Yada, I like you. He's loud, but he doesn't seem like a bad guy. Playing a bit of darts with him wouldn't hurt. Yeah, Yada wants to pay me 20,000 yen to play darts. I'm sure as fuck yeah. Gerby, Gerby, Gerby. Oh no. Hear the fish yell at the sky. Gerber, Gerber, Gerber. Well, I got some beginner darts. Okay, so I think... Whoa! How did I get these sick-ass darts? Well, shit. That's what I want. Alright, y'all watch me ruin this man at cricket. Boom! Okay, so basically here's what happened. After the movie The Island came out, there was a lawsuit from the makers of the movie Parts the Clonus Horror. They settled it out of court. Here's why I think the lawsuit probably had some merit. 2 reasons. Number 1, a lot of people seem to be under the, like, misapprehension that, like, having an idea is the same thing as, like, making a piece of art. Like, if you were to say, you know, if you wrote down baby aliens on a napkin and, like, threw it in, you know, Steven Spielberg's face in, like, 1980, then you might think that you are, like, do a cut of, like, E.T. This kind of shit happens all the time. So, like, there's a lot of that kind of going around. But in this case, the people who said it, they didn't just say it on social media, which, I mean, it was 2005. That wasn't really a thing then. But, like, they were like, we are going to go to court. And then the studio paid them money. Ooh, I'm in trouble. According to Wikipedia, an amount of money, like, Wikipedia said that someone involved said that it was like a 7-figure amount of money. So that's a lot. So that's reason number one. They actually got money, and so it seems a little more legit than people just talking out their butts. Number two reason, I've actually seen both of these movies. And let me tell you the similarities between The Island and Parts the Clonus Horror. A little bit of content note here for a general description of some body horror. So here's the parts of Parts the Clonus Horror. Oops. And The Island, where the movies have the same plot. There is this commune-style group of people. They're all, like, very nice, kind of, like, sweet and naive. They live in this, like, kind of, like, communal kind of commune type deal. And if they get enough, it's kind of it's giving, like, futuristic, like, Logan's Run kind of vibes. And if they get enough, like, good people points, then they get to go to the island, where everything is great all the time. And it's just a paradise of loveliness forever. Whoops. And oops, I shouldn't have even done that. So, our main protagonist has a kind of very PG rated kiss on the cheek love interest girlfriend, and he discovers that there isn't an island. It's all fake. So he discovers that what the island is actually, this is still converging plots, okay? Just let's be clear. He discovers that what is actually going on is that that this little commune thing is a cover for clones that have been generated by fancy rich people to hold in commune storage until they themselves need organ transplants. The protagonist freaks out, as you would, then tries to warn his PG girlfriend that of what's going on. She doesn't believe him and gets picked to go to the island. The protagonist is the clone of a very important and wealthy man. Okay, so here's where the plots diverge. In parts, the clone is horror.
俺の勝ちだ
Yeah! In parts, the clone is horror. Like, I said in that TikTok that I accidentally deleted, like, that movie goes hard, right? Like, Richard, I don't remember what the second protagonist is named. I apologize. I've only seen The Island once, and I've seen parts of the Clone is Horror, like at least 4 or 5 times because it was on Mystery Science Theater. So, like, the protagonist in Richard in parts, they capture him, they kill his girlfriend, and he finds her body, and then like they kill Richard the clone, like the bad clone people get him and they kill him, and then he's like trapped in deep freeze while they take his organs out one by one. It's like a real downer ending, but it's kind of sick. They went really hard. The end of The Island, where it diverges, the two, they get away. 2 people get away. There's chasing and a lot more action. The other thing that's different, clearly, is like there's a lot more action in the Michael Bay movie. There's like racing, there's this, there's that, things are blowing up, bleep-de-bleep, boat chase, car chase, chase with a motorcycle, chase with, I remember there being a lot of road chasing in the movie. But like, parts of the Clone is Horror, like, they can't do all that. Like, they have a horse. That is what they have the budget for. There's a horse in it. The horse is spooky. They use the horse to try to get away. They don't got, like, blowing up 17 semi-trucks worth of money. They have the money to rent one horse. Yeah, and in The Island, they just get away, and then they take a jet ski to a real island. The end. Hey, it's Hawk! Extra tissues. Yeah, so they had to settle up with parts of the Clone is Horror for money because, as you can see, it's not, like, you can't copyright an idea, right? You can't be like, oh, you wrote about a girl with sun powers and I wrote about a girl with sun powers, so therefore you have plagiarized me. No, that's not how that works. But, like, this is not just, like, rich people clone themselves and trick the clones, like, and that's the idea. Like, it is, there's a kind of a beat for beat, like, extreme similarity that is a little hard to ignore if you've seen parts of the Clone is Horror 5 times, like I have. Was it a ghost horse? No, it's just a real horse. But, like, there's a point in parts where Richard's, like, sneaking around the compound, trying to figure out what's going on, and he goes into a barn, and then the horse scares him, because, like, Will, they don't got money, okay? Like, they do what they can with what they have. Like, and they're in the Wikipedia article about the island that I found. They, someone had asked Mike Nelson about, I'm so sorry, Hawk, I'm, like, talking down the island, but I'm just, like, and I know you said that you liked it, but I just, like, it feels really not great that it is so, like, clear of a, like, rip on this other thing. That has to, like, not feel great for people who were involved and probably didn't know. But, like, that's gotta be, like, pretty horrifying for anybody who was involved who didn't know, which was presumably most of the people who were involved. Mike Nelson, I think the idea that someone asked Mike Nelson from Mystery Science Theater his opinion on it because it was on Mystery Science Theater is very funny to me. And then someone put that on Wikipedia. I think that's great. It is nice to see you. I'm so sorry that you're exhausted, Hawk. Though that's like I know they've been giving you a rough time, but I hope things are I hope things are gonna be better soon. But yeah, so basically, I would agree with what Mike Nelson says about the island, that it is a pale imitation of Parts the Clonus horror. I would agree with that. I feel like I feel like you should judge Michael Bay movies on their own with their own kind of, not like their own standards, but like on their own terms, right? Because I feel like a lot of times when people have like nasty stuff to say about Michael Bay movies, they're like missing the point of the things that are actually wrong with the movies to just sneer at the poors and the people with bad taste. Well, I have bad taste, and the movies are sometimes a lot of fun, okay? Like, there is fun stuff happening sometimes in these movies. The Armageddon commentary soundtrack is a legitimate work of art on its own. Two of Michael Bay's movies are in the Criterion Collection. I have the DVD, Criterion Collection versions of both of those movies. They are Armageddon and The Rock. I have them both. And, there's definitely stuff to criticize about Michael Bay. He seems like kind of a little... He seems like kind of a nasty person, to be honest. And he's clearly got a lot of problems with his just kind of gross stuff kind of bleeding into the movies, because it seems like he has some gross beliefs and gross actions that he's done. But, his action sequences, that's never why people criticize him. It's not for the misogyny. It's not for the stuff that he did to, Megan Fox. It's not, for the, weird, regressive, no taxes thing in, Armageddon. And it's no, you can't criticize him for stuff like that because you haven't actually watched his movies enough to be able to know what he's doing enough to criticize him. You're just being a classist weirdo. I can criticize Michael Bay because I've seen his movies. You know what I mean? And I don't hate them. I think they're, I just feel like someone else should be in charge of all of the stuff that isn't the zoom action scenes. That's just me. I think someone else should be the director, and he should be a cinematographer. That is my opinion. Because the places where he is kind of imposing, things that aren't cinematography onto the screen are where we start to get things that are regressive and borderline incoherent visually. Someone needs to tone that shit down and take the parts of Michael Bay that are the best and then use them, better. That's my opinion. But yeah, Ben Affleck spends so much time on that commentary track just ripping into Michael Bay. It is so funny. And, Michael Bay doesn't seem to know how, anything works. Alright, Tissues Man. He's I have described this commentary before, and I'll probably do it again because, watching the Armageddon commentary track with, no warning for the first time was better than the first time I saw The Room. It was that good. Michael Bay is, he's, an alien who's heard about people, but isn't really sure. I don't know, he just keeps saying these things that are so, Michael, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, Michael? I need to watch it again. It's been a little bit of a while, so, and my sister-in-law hasn't seen it, so it might be a good time to introduce it back. But like, he will like say things that you'll like definitely want him to elaborate on that he does not. And then he will elaborate on things that sound just like, the more he elaborates, the less sense it makes. Like, he gets really elaborate talking about this, like, dog that they brought in, to like, chew up Godzilla dogs, or dolls. The dog ripped up Godzilla dolls. And, like, everything that Michael Bay says about that makes it more confusing. Like, he's like, this is a dog that we brought in, because he was like, Godzilla was, I guess, out at this, or was going to be out at the same time, or it was, like, in competition or something. So he, like, there's this street scene. He starts to tell you about, like, something about the characters, and then he gets distracted by this dog, because he put this, like, petty little bitch shit in there, where he's like, I mean, this is the thing that I think is kind of, I don't hate him for this. I think it's really funny. And, like, would do something like this myself, although not for this much money. Because he's like, this is a Godzilla, this is a dog that we brought in special, he was specially trained to rip up Godzilla dolls. And he cost $25,000 a day. And that they had to hide the dolls from the dog when they weren't filming, because the dog would just go absolutely honkers as soon as it saw a Godzilla dog. It was a professional ripping Godzilla dolls only to shreds. Now, is that what really happened? Did someone train a dog to only rip up Godzilla dolls? That, I don't know about that. I know! And you're just like, Michael, what are you talking about? And then he's just like, and it sure ripped the shit out of those dolls. Now, what do I suspect happened there? I think that someone told him that that's what the dog was for. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think that dog probably has some kind of training where it will rip up any doll that you, like, say, let it smell. Like, maybe you put some, like, maybe you train this dog that when it smells, I don't know, like, let's say lavender oil, that would be terrible, but, like, let's say you train the dog that when it smells lavender oil, that it needs to, like, and it's a doll, that it, like, shakes the doll really hard and kind of rips its head off. Like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, you know, you wouldn't want to do it with that specific, I couldn't think of anything, so that's why I said lavender oil, because as soon as it came into my head, I was like, no, that would be very bad, because a lot of people wear things that smell like lavender. You can't train a dog to bite lavender, because then it'd be biting people. But then I was just like, well, I can't think of anything else. So I just left it. But, like, Michael, that does not make any sense. Like, why would you train a dog? I understand training a dog somehow to get it to, like, bite and chew on specific things on commands, like, for movies and shit. Like, that makes sense. But, like, only Godzilla dolls? Like, Michael, I don't know about that. $25,000 a day. I don't know. That's what he said. And, like, was it even that much money, or was he just, like, making it up. You get the feeling sometimes that he like is doing these things that are absolutely like completely unnecessarily fucking honkers. Like making people like dig down into the like floor bed of the. He said that they dug, y'all. Michael Bay, things that Michael Bay said, and I remember this probably more than he does, and like I have just committed to memory some of the things, not of my own volition, but sometimes I just think about stuff that Michael Bay said in that commentary, and then I just spend a moment pondering. Like, he said that they were filmed, the part where they're on the asteroid. So, like, if you're not familiar with the masterpiece work, Armageddon, what they do is that they go to space, they get the best drillers who know drilling, and then they train them to be astronauts, and then they send them to space, and then they drill the because that's who you would want to do it, not a scientist or anything. But yeah, okay, sure. And then they go to space, and then like they fight the asteroid basically, and like and Bruce Willis is like, oh no, he doesn't do that. He just kind of like constipatedly narrows his eyes at Ben Affleck, and then that one Aerosmith song that I like cannot stand anymore because they played it way too often. Like, y'all killed that song for me. Like, I thought it was alright when I first like heard it, and then I was just like, if they don't stop playing this motherfucking song, I'm going to die. I'm gonna die. Stop playing that song. Yes, Bruce Willis is in it. He is also in the commentary, and he is saying, I cut like a Michael Bay mixtape video, which I think is one of the best things I've ever made, off of this commentary, and I didn't even get all the good parts. Like, y'all, this man said that what they did is that they got a like studio set. So during the part where they're drilling the asteroid, because they're gonna drill it and break it so it doesn't hit the Earth, whatever. Like, I mean, like, I don't know why I have to pretend like I care about that when the movie doesn't. Like, yeah, nerd talk. No one cares. I've liked Aerosmith in my time, but like that is some like that is not the good Aerosmith. You know what I mean? Like, I give musicians just as much right to be sappy about like loving their babies as like anybody else, but like that song got like my heart will go on levels of overplay, and at a certain point I was like, I just can't take it anymore. Oh, Will, that's why I said I was just like, would the fragments still hit Earth? Would it be a big enough danger? Wouldn't the fragments also be a risk? Shouldn't you send scientists up there to make sure that they drill it in the right place so that it breaks in the right way and goes the right direction? Should you entrust this to Ben Affleck, who just learned how to space? What about that Russian guy on the space station? It was real funny when he almost died, I guess. I don't know. I don't understand it. I didn't write this movie. I don't know what we're supposed to make of all that, because it is like every Michael Bay movie, it is just a series of events strung together. And like, do they make sense? Why are you asking that? It's a Michael Bay movie. We didn't come here for that. Yeah, no, everything, like, the movie is already that level of, like, incomprehensible. Like, NASA has to go find the best oil drillers. I guess, because that's definitely what they would do, is get the same guys who, whatever. I'm not gonna get into that. But yeah, so, like, at the point in the movie where they are wrestling with and fighting the asteroid, they actually go out onto the asteroid surface in their little spacesuits, and Ben Affleck gives that little, you know, the 2000s Ben Affleck tear up tremble lip. I like Ben Affleck. I mean no disrespect. He got bank money off of doing this, and like was able to like go do some things that I'm sure put him in a situation where he wouldn't ever have to worry about doing things again. So I can't judge. If somebody was like, could I give you a life-changing amount of money to do something kind of embarrassing for 3 months, and then maybe you won't ever have to work again, and I'm like, I don't gotta like hurt anybody to do that, and they're like, nah, you're just gonna be embarrassed. I can't say I would say no to that, because I know I would say yes. I'd be like, oh, it's just embarrassing? Oh, please, come on. You could embarrass the hell out of me to not have to have a job anymore. Like, I'm not gonna hurt anybody for that, but like, if it's just like, oh, people socially think you're kind of tacky and weird, I mean, get in line, bitch. Like, what, I'm gonna get paid for that now? Awesome. Exactly. Will says, I'm always embarrassed for free, I might as well get paid. Hell yeah. I mean, see, we're on the same page. But anyway, when they're on the, I'm gonna finish this part, when they're on that dang asteroid, y'all, like, they did it on a soundstage, and Michael Bay had them drill, like, into the, instead of what a fucking listen, I have a degree in theater design, so I've never worked on a film, but I have some knowledge of how set building works. We don't, like, we built it, okay, there's a floor, right? And then you build things on top of the floor. And if you need there to be a crevice, you build up, and then you go down from building up. It's like when you do stage makeup and you want to make it look like someone has a cut on their face, you build up extra face with putty, and then you draw a little line through it so there's a groove, and then you, like, you know, shade it all in so you can't tell that there's a difference. And if you do it right, it'll look, you know, real good. But, like, we don't go down, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, I have been on shows where we built over the orchestra pit and then, like, use trap doors and stuff, but, like, that's not pulling up the floor. Like, y'all, I could not believe this. And then he said how much it cost, and it was like $200,000 or some shit. I don't even know if that's correct, but I think it's ballpark correct. It might be low. And I'm just like, but Michael, for what? For what? And they had all this, like, fake, like, asteroid dust around everywhere that apparently was some kind of yeast thing that made everybody sick because they were breathing it in. And I'm just like, number one, I don't understand how y'all didn't clean. I don't understand how y'all spent $200,000 digging into the floor and didn't have a fucking intern or a PA going around with a damn shop vac vacuuming up that shit that you knew was organic and was gonna mold. That I do not understand. And I also don't understand why you would go into the floor. Like, but why? There's, like, they probably, that movie probably had to be built to re-pour the slab concrete after he got done with all of that. Like, and so, like, and then he'll say shit like it was a honkers level of detail. Like, you can definitely tell what are the things Michael Bay cares about. He said that he visited NASA, but it just was, like, a little too dumpy. So they didn't really want to set the movie at the real NASA because it looks really dumpy and it smells like your grandma's old TV sets in there. That part is an exact quote, I believe. I think it is. Because, like, I'm not kidding when I say I have committed a significant amount accidentally of this commentary to memory just because, like, I can't stop wondering about some of these things. And then, like, some things he just does not go into. Because I know Forstein said a little while back that, like, you know, just being in the Criterion Collection is not necessarily a marker of a special quality. I believe I read somewhere that, like, you can pay to get in. I don't know if that's true. I don't remember where I read it, so I could be wrong about that. But, I think it's funny to pretend like that. But, like, here's the thing. At the very beginning of this commentary, Michael Bay says, this is the Criterion Collection of Armageddon. And then he says, why does Armageddon have a Criterion collection? And I'm like, yeah, Michael, why? Why does Armageddon have a Criterion Collection? And then he does not, he just drops it. Like, no, go back! He just drops it completely. And, like, stuff like that you never get an answer on. It's very similar to another great work in commentary, being its own art form, the commentary to the Cats movie. Y'all, they thought that movie was gonna be good. They did. You know how I know? I listened to the commentary, and that Tom Hooper guy, oh buddy, you could tell he thought he was, like, doing some king shit work there. You can also tell this man's never put on a musical in his life except for that, like, incredibly just missing the point, what's it? Fuck. Fuck me. The French Revolution one. Fuck. So annoying. I can't remember the name. And I'm like, oh, you're gonna come and get your theater degree. Like, they're gonna take it back. They say, so first he says, Criterion says, we aim to reflect the breadth of filmed expression. We try not to be restrictive or snobby about what kinds of films are appropriate. An auteur classic, a Hollywood blockbuster, and an independent B-horror film all have to be taken on their own terms. All we ask is is that each film is in the collection to be an exemplary film of its kind. I think that's cool too. He just stops talking about it being in the Criterion collection because I did want him to elaborate on that. And he just says instead that they're showing, like, an image of, like, the dinosaurs and then an asteroid hitting the Earth, and then the whole Earth, the entire Earth is engulfed in really a truly exceptional amount of flames. And then Michael Bay says, that's a CGI shot. And I was just like, do you see why I love this? And I was like, oh my god, yeah. And then I was like, I told Josh that I'm pretty sure this is a lie and a joke. And an exaggeration and parody, but, like, I made a joke that I was pretty sure that Michael Bay asked NASA if he could use, like, the fucking Hubble telescope. It is a good example of a late 1990s blockbuster. And so, like, yeah, he just keeps saying amazing things, and, like... And then Ben Affleck's, like, just absolutely ripping on him, and it's the funniest shit. Like, it's very funny. There's a little bit of a clip that, like, made it onto YouTube, but it's, like, nothing compared to, like, the lengths that he is willing. I'm just like, did Ben Affleck know that they were filming this? Like, cause he's just like, this guy's a real weirdo, y'all. Like, I would not classify he does impressions throughout the, like, he's doing impressions the whole time, and I would not say that Ben Affleck's impressions are, like, you know, favorable. And then, like, and he kind of implies that, like, Bruce Willis was, like, a real jerk to him on set, which, sucks. 'Cause, like, you know, he's a pretty young dude then. That's just, I don't know. I'm just like, just don't be shitty to people, man. That's not cool. Oh. This is better. Yeah, it does check out. It's still shitty, though. And then, like, the best Bruce Willis moment is at the end of the movie. He just says some weird Republican shit, like, most of the time, which, like, you know, also checks out. But then at the end of the movie, when they, like, because we, like, read the whole credits roll, we went all the way to the end, and then at the very end of the movie, the last thing that happens in the commentary is that Bruce Willis says, "God bless America." And I thought that was the funniest shit I'd ever heard. Whoever edited this together was aware that they had some kind of comedy gold, okay? like, Ben Affleck's doing, like, a Sling Blade impression anytime Billy Bob Thornton's on screen for, like, no fucking reason at all. Ever. There's no reason for it. He just decides to do it, and he does it, and the whole thing's in there. He does it for minutes at a time. He was not taking this seriously. A thing that I can remember Ben Affleck saying kind of word for word is that, because I put it in that video that I made, is he said that, like, a lot of times they were doing this, like, really high-tech stuff, and then sometimes it would be, like, really, like, low-tech. Like, for the weightlessness, they had them kind of, like, bounce around and stuff, and that that Ben Affleck said that he was really bad at it. And that, like, and then he does his impression, which kind of sounds like he's like, and then Michael's like, didn't they teach you this in acting school? And he said, no, Michael, I didn't learn weightless mime in acting school. And it's so funny. He's legitimately very funny. And then, like, Michael Bay will cut back in and be like, now, there's no oxygen in space. That's a true fact, but most people don't know that. And then they'll just switch to something else. Like, it's glorious. It's like, we had our own gravity rules. He said that, like, kids come up to him all the time with real, genuine faces and say that Armageddon is their favorite movie. He also said that he went to, that, like, in the, I don't know if y'all are, like, any of y'all are old enough to remember this. And if you're not, I am honestly not sure if I can explain it. But there was this thing called the Biodome, where people were going to live in this, like, bubble for unclear reasons. And they were gonna, like, form their own biosphere. Oh no, ADHD text. Oh, that sucks. Who doesn't know that there's no oxygen? He was just like, everyone has their own understanding of gravity. And I was like, what does that mean? And then I started questioning myself, like, is that true? Like, am I just, like, the only one that doesn't have, like, a personal understanding of gravity that's, like, different than other... I thought it was just, like, the attractive force that pulls everything towards the center of the planet. At least, you know, I think that's, like, a real basic kind of understanding, but, like, I'm not a scientist, so I really don't need more than that. Like, I think that's okay. I don't know. Can't take that. Oh, I see. Well, foo! I almost thought I had it. sometimes I'll just be like, I'll just hear that a thing exists, and I'll be like, I have to see what this is. And frequently, my forays into the weird, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess this. Fuck me! He also said that there's a button at NASA every time that there's a space launch. There's a button at NASA that's called the kill switch. And somebody sits there with their finger on the switch so that if anything goes wrong, they can blow up the space shuttle. And I was just like, no, that's just wrong. No, they don't. What are you talking about? Nuh-uh. Yo, I went to space camp twice. I went when I was a little bitty. I saved up my own money because I wanted to go to space camp because I was really into space. And we were in the space museum. We did a simulated space launch with like a little setup that they had. It was sick. Y'all, no. They walked us through all of the launch. We got to see the space shuttle on the rollers because it was like they weren't gonna launch it while I was there, but they were rolling it somewhere. It don't move very fast. But like it was sick, and I thought it was amazing. It was a great time. People sometimes will be like, "Oh my God, you got to go to space camp. Was it amazing?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, it was." Fuck yeah, it was. But like, no, they don't. That I feel pretty confident in saying no. There is I think he misunderstood that there is a kill switch that like aborts the mission and like will jettison the astronauts and then, you know, they touch down with a parachute into the ocean. Like, that's a thing. But, like, they don't blow up the space shuttle. I think he misunderstood because it was called a kill switch. And, I mean, to be frank, he probably wasn't listening. It sounds like he wasn't. But I think that must be what he's talking about there, because otherwise I'm just like, I don't know what else you could be referencing, but like that no. No. People are not trying to blow up the space shuttle just for what the hell? It's a wild ride, y'all. I think I'm getting killed, y'all. Anyway, if you're interested in Parts the Clonus horror, and you have a way to watch it, I'd check it out. Like, it's pretty cool. It's got, like, a lot of heart. They didn't have a lot of budget, but, like, it has a lot of heart. And, like, the island is kind of, I found it to be kind of, like, even judging Michael Bay on his own terms and coming to him with knowledge of his work and an understanding of what his own terms are, it's not like one of his better pieces. Like, he's done better and more interesting work than that. It's just kind of like it's just not a lot to it, you know. that, like, I mean, outside of the plagiarism stuff, which is, like, that's, whoever did, like, if that is what happened, in my opinion, it sure seems like it may well have been. That sucks. Don't do that to people. Like, just come up with your own take on it. Like, if you think it's a sick idea, and it's pretty good, like, just come up with your own take on it. Like, that's fine. You can't be like, I'm the only person who's doing spoopy clone horror. Like, no. Like, that's not a thing. But, like, you can't just rip off someone's entire plot outline and then rewrite the sick ending to make it worse and then say that you wrote that. Like, come on now. No, it's just a regular horse. You know, it's a low budget movie. It's got, like, the charms and the issues of many low budget movies, but, like, you know, you can, like, the people are clearly, like, you know, they don't have, like, they put their whole butt into that. Like, they were not, like, farting around, you know. And, like, the thing about the island is like, even with the, like, issue of it being this you know, sure seems like something fishy happened here. Even putting that aside, like, it is really just, like, to me, this is, like, a lot of people who make really good, entertaining movies were involved in that movie, but, like, it's like none of their best work. It's, like, kind of middling for all of the people involved. Like, it's not their worst stuff, but it's not really within reach of their best either. So it's just kind of like, it's just kind of there. I wouldn't really have any reason. I mean, if it hadn't, like, I gotta be honest, if I hadn't seen Parts the Clonus Horror 5 times before I saw The Island, I probably wouldn't remember it. Because it's already got that, like, Michael Bay forgettability problem. He comes out of the dark, if that makes him spoopy. Man, I'm not even close. What the heck? No! They keep doing that to me! Rude! Oh man, this is rude as heck. I mean, I prefer for my horror to not be that horrifying. But I appreciate this, you know, appreciate this sentiment. I, like, really can't hack horror too much. I have to be real selective about, like, what I watch, because, like, I find it very intriguing as a genre. And there's been, like, I'm more of, like, I like a slasher movie, okay? But, like, anything too much more intense than that, and, I'm out, baby. I can't really hack it. Oh, I took a picture of your clown, sir. Here's that clown photo you wanted. This man is down with the clown. He's the juggalo. He wanted that clown picture so bad. Alright, what else can I do? Oh, I know. I forgot about this, y'all. I just got too into, like, I wouldn't say it's like a big, I have a slight hyperfixation, or I have a slight special interest in, just real honkers, commentary tracks. Hey, you guys, the Red Peacocks, and, like, I just feel like the Armageddon one is, like, it is, like, triple S plus tier in that genre. It's, like, some just absolutely honkers, commentaries are, that's a special interest genre of mine. Another special interest genre of mine, I have a very large interest in the micro genre of, like, dystopian rollerblade movies. I'm very into those. I think it was just because it was, like, tourist stuff. Yeah, they look like they might be. Huh? What do you want, old man? How many are there? Oh! More than you would think. There's, well, there's, Legend of the Rollerblade, 7. There's, Rollerball, of course, and the remake. There's, although in some of those they actually had skates, but, like, there's also Prayer for the Roller Boys, Roller Babies. I'm definitely leaving some out. Roller Gator, yeah, Roller Gator can count. I feel like you could, like, up it to just anything with roller skates, and, like, in that case, like, skateboarding should count. Airborne is the rare rollerblading-centric movie that also is not about dystopias. So, that's, some information you might not have had before this stream. I've seen that movie like 12, 15 times. That shit used to come on HBO all the time. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Listen. Don't watch Legend of the Rollerblade 7 unless you're, like, a hardcore bad movie fan. Because it is, like, I think it is truly genius work in that genre. Both the dystopian rollerblade genre, but also in the so bad it's good genre. He invented his own, Scott Shaw has invented his own type of filmmaking. It is called Zen filmmaking. I have a book by Scott Shaw, and I have all of the Rollerblade movies and the documentary that he made about Legend of the Rollerblade 3, which they didn't get to make. Legend of the Rollerblade 7 is like the Rollerblade, Legend of the Rollerblade 1 and 2 put together. Are there 7 of them? No. Is it the 7th movie? No. Why is it called that? I don't know. But it is, very dear to my heart, but I do have to warn people that every person I have sat down to watch this movie is, like, kind of mad about it afterwards. So, clearly people are not seeing what I'm seeing, they're not, like, experiencing, like, my full vision, but I just need to make a video about this movie because, like, I have looked to see if other people know about Scott Shaw, and they don't. And he should be at least a Neil Breen. Because, like, Legend of the Rollerblade 7, like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, it's indescribable. Like, you go and it's the wheels. I mean, Josh and I still talk about the wheel zone, and, like, it's got, like, 2 famous brothers in it, Frank Stallone and, I can't remember his first name, but it's Martin Sheen. Joe. It's Joe. Joe Estevez, who is Martin Sheen's brother, and looks exactly like Martin Sheen. So it looks like Martin Sheen is being called Saint Offender and is, like, walking around, like, screaming about the wheel zone. So that, I think, is, like, also a bonus. Yeah, he's budget Martin Sheen. Yeah. I mean, is it polarizing, or is everyone mad at me after I, like, get them to watch this movie? Everyone is mad at me after I get them to watch this movie. But I just feel like it's extremely... I don't know. Like, he's... You know how there's two kinds of guys that make these so bad it's good, like train wreck movies? There's two kinds of guys, right? And it's almost always guys. Two kinds of guys. One kind of guy is, hey, where'd you get your money from? That's weird. And so that's your Tommy Wiseau's, right? And your Neil Breens. And then the second category is karate guy. And Scott Shaw is a karate guy. So that's kind of where he's coming from. Okay, I should do this. What do you want, old man? There have been complaints about your conduct around here. I'm here to suggest that you act more courteous. Oh, sweetie. I just, like... I'm a little bit foggy. I did preload. But also, I do feel very strongly about my interests in dystopian rollerblade movies, train wreck movies that are actually secretly maybe genius, but no, definitely not, but maybe. Also, like, yeah, my also my other, like, movie special interest is commentary tracks that go completely off the rails. You came here just to warn us? You're even more bigger dingus than you look, old man. You got a death wish or something? Also, like, one of my other favorite commentary tracks, like, and this is not because it goes off the rails. Well, I mean, it kind of does, but it's in a delightful way. I bought a copy of Enter the 35th Chamber of Shaolin, or the 36th Chamber. It's the 36th Chamber of Shaolin, which is it's one of the movies that, like, the Wu-Tang Clan, like, samples and, like, talked about, and, like, you know, they named an album after it and stuff. And Josh likes the Wu-Tang Clan, and so I thought it would be a fun gift to get him, like, some of the movies that they sampled from. And then we watched them, and it was cool. And, like, but this one had a commentary track with a guy who was, like, a film historian of, like, I guess, like, martial arts movies. And the RZA. And, like, there came a point where the RZA was basically, like, schooling this, like, PhD film professor guy. And was telling him, and then the film professor guy was so taken and charmed and excited about, like, not just, it didn't even seem like he was, like, starstruck that much by being around the RZA. He was just, like, really excited to talk about these movies with someone else who was really excited about them. And then the RZA would, like, tell him things, and he would be like, oh my god, I didn't know that. And the RZA was like, yeah, he, like, talked to this and this person and blah blah blah, because he, like, had all done his own research on them. And it was just so good and fun. Yeah, it was really good. I would definitely super recommend that one too. I think that one is, like, a top tier commentary. Okay, can we fight these people? If we're bothering people, stop us. Alright, I will. Huh? Oh, you're not dead? There he goes. Wilson, I just looked up Roller Gator. I was not ready for the look of the puppet. I mean, few are. Who the hell are you? Y'all, Legend of the Rollerblade 7 is why I can't get rid of my VCR. Because, like, it's on VHS tape. And I don't know that I can't, like, get another copy of that. So, you know.
Yeah.
I don't have a name. And even if I did, what makes you think that you deserve to hear it? Kiryu just sassafras right now. This isn't over. We'll make sure you regret messing with the red peacocks. I bet I don't. You have no idea how many of us there are out there. You haven't accomplished jack shit. Hey, it's Gilded Zen. You just watched Theodore Rex. Oh, Theodore Rex is amazing. What a strange idea for a movie. It's a buddy cop movie where Whoopi Goldberg is buddy cops with a man in a giant dinosaur outfit who's also a cop. And then, I gotta be frank, I don't really remember what else happens because I think I just could not get over Whitney Houston talking to this giant man in a puppet suit of a dinosaur. And how the suit did not look good. Gilded said the suit looked bad, right? It was bad. It was bad. It was amazing. I think the dinosaur did wear sneakers. Alright, I will look around. See if I don't. One in each toe? That part I did not remember. Really? I don't know how I forgot that. I might know how. Hey! Oh, is it this? Oh, keys. Locker keys. I also was just trying to get more people to watch Willy's Wonderland because, like, I just feel like that movie is legitimately good. And that's my opinion. They wanted to do something and they did it. And I love that Nick Cage, like, well, you know what? I'm not gonna spoil Willy's Wonderland for y'all. Y'all go watch Willy's Wonderland. There was an article where they were talking about, like, the ideas that they had for potential Willy's Wonderland sequels. And, like, I really liked some of them ideas. I thought they were really good. Like, they were gonna do some kind of, like, he was gonna travel the land and help people with their problems and shit. Like, that's sick. I wanted to see more of that. More people need to watch Willy's Wonderland. They should get a sequel. What? What? Santa Claus 1959? Okay. Oh, I think I did see that on Mystery Science Theater. Pretty good. I don't know. There's a couple of them that got Santa Claus in them. Have y'all ever seen Santa Claus and the Ice Cream Bunny? That was like they did that on Riff Tracks. And then I think they might have done it on Mystery Science Theater again later. But, wow. Oh, so good. I kind of missed the time on YouTube when we were getting people's just weird trash garbage that they made in their backyards. Like everybody's, it's money now, so that's different. But and there's different genres and stuff. But I just miss the YouTube where people were making cardboard sets and doing rolling around with Nerf guns and pretending to make movies, and it was bad, but it was it was fun. Oh yeah, Santa Claus does conquer the Martians. You gotta make sure those Martians don't conquer the North Pole, I guess. I don't remember.
Yes, ikuka.
I gotta say, the Mystery Science Theaters that I remember the best are Cave Dwellers and Pie People. If I'm trying to introduce someone to Mystery Science Theater, because I think those are the ones I've seen the most, and if I'm oh, this person's never seen it before, and I'm trying to sell it to them, what I'll usually show them is Cave Dwellers. Yeah, I mean, I agree. Mitchell's good, but yeah, same. We could get rid of that. But yeah, Cave Dwellers, I think Pod People's also really good. Pod People ain't got no reason to live. My favorite riff tracks is Cat Women of the Moon with Mary Jo and Bridget. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that they did them together. I fight these wieners.
What?
Hey, are you guys red peacocks too? I mean, it may be that Pod People is even better than Cave Dwellers, but Cave Dwellers, I kind of got a special place in my heart for that one because that's the first one I ever saw. And they had split it up into 2 1-hour episodes, and then those were airing on Fox really late at night, in the 90s, because we didn't have Comedy Central where I lived, and so I didn't know what this thing was. I had not heard of this. Nobody I knew about this. It was on at 1 in the morning when only I was up. And I tried to tell my friends about it later, and they told me I probably made that up. Oh yeah, anything Scott Shaw is gonna be real good for that. Or that guy, I think he worked with Daniel Jackson. I think that guy did Hell Comes to Frogtown. That's the other Rowdy Roddy Piper movie. You're that dingus without a name. Yeah, we know what you did to our buddies. We're gonna fucking kill you. No, you won't. Yeah, Hell Comes to Frogtown. Oh shit, look at how many! Holy shit, this guy's the real deal. Seems like there are still red peacocks causing trouble out there. I'll see if I can find them. Alright, I think I can find some of them. Hey, did I get a comedy points? Fuck yes, I did. Ooh, buddy. Damage up. Sticky threads. Spider. Oh, if I just had a little more money, I could do the spider. Ah, fine. Alright, that's all the money. Oh, I guess they must be on the other side. I need a burg, please. Well, I can't give out commie points. Only the people can do that.
Yoshi, iku ka.
A little communism joke for you. It's a communal. It has to be a communal decision. No, this is wrong. Huh. That's weird. Akame. Oh! I don't think we have time for that. But I could make some time for pocket circuit racing. Hey! I think I might have overshot. Alright, hello sir. I would like refreshments. Freshen me up. I need to be just lit so I can play the slot cars. Okay, thank you very much. Alright. What is it now? What's the race? Okay, let's see what we got. Rookies, welcome. Okay, we have a jump section. We're still at 20 points. Alright. Yep, that's the only one I have. Let's customize. Because it was slow as... Wait, how many laps? 8 laps. Okay. I'm so glad this music is back. Alright. Speedy, speedy. Frame. Yeah, it's got some corners, so I'm gonna do that for the frame. What was it before? It was like that. Grip. Balance. Grip. I feel like the corners are going to be more of a problem. I'm a little bit scared to put on that high-speed battery because it does zip. Alright, let's do this. Color. Ooh! That's the only thing I can change? Oh! That's very... I like that. Tires. Yes. Pink car. Alright. Race it up. Let's go. We'll see if it's good. I'll fix it if it's not. Alright, cutie, let's do this. No, nothing can defeat me. Not the power of friendship. Let's be serious. Alright. Okay, this is alright. Okay, this seems okay. Nice. It said there was a jump, but it's kind of a wiener jump. I think I was right about the cornering being more important. I have let you, sir. Yeah! Take that, children! Hell yeah! He's so happy! I love it. I love it when he's happy. Congratulations on your victory, Jordio-kun. Are you feeling like the rust is coming off? Yeah, it's coming back to me. Your face, on the other hand, says something is missing. I know the feeling. What you're missing is a rival. Sure. Yeah. I thought so. Perspiration flying off your brow, cars whizzing through the air, camaraderie blossoming. Every good competitor needs a worthy adversary to help them grow. The feverish head-to-head battles that would ensue would really get this place buzzing and inspire customers too. It's truly a perfect plan. Or so I thought. Anyway. What's wrong? I just can't get the word out. I even asked that jack-of-all-trades Akame for help, but there's been no response. Wow. Even Core is reaching out to her. That's where you come in, Joryu-kun. If, during your travels, you come across anyone you think would make a worthy adversary, will you run the idea by them? Of course, I'm not asking you to specifically go around seeking someone out, just if it comes up while you're out and about. Anyway. Got it. I'll talk to anyone who looks the part. Thank you so much. She mentioned they asked Akame for help. I guess I could start by talking to her. And that's the long and short of it. This sound familiar? Yeah, I do remember that. Hasn't been easy finding someone, though. Is that right? I sent out feelers, but it appears the Akame network's a bit dry in the way of folks who pocket circuit. I guess I ask them if they know any competitive people. That being said, I can't imagine a whole lot of people have time to be playing pocket circuit. What were you doing in a pocket circuit joint anyway? You play? Yeah, I received a set the other day. Well then, ain't that perfect? I'll find someone who's looking for opponents, then you go talk to him. I'll send you the deets when I get them. I'm gonna get the deets. I guess I'll keep an eye out in the meantime. Rivals. I'm like, yeah, give me the parts. Hello. No? Fuck. Alright, here you go. Yeah, I want a refreshment. No? Oh, I'm still really drunk. I forgot. Race me a race. If I could ask them to change one thing about Pocket Circuit, it would be to please stop naming the races different things than the time trials of those, like the time test circuit of those races. It's so confusing when you get like a bunch of them going. Dynamic curve and jump section. Alright. Huh. Alright. No! Yeah, let's do it. Alright, customize. How many laps? 12 laps. Alright, battery, high capacity. Gears, power gears, motor, speed motor, frame. Speed frame? Wow, the speed frame kinda sucks. Whoa. Oh. Yeah, that seems better. Tires. Alright. Let's just try it. Start it. Start it up. Woo! Cause we're motor brand. What's your price for flight? Yes! Other people have Onomichi stickers. Unfathomable! This is either gonna be fine or I'm gonna like fly off of it, or oh, this looks slow. I think it might be slow. I don't know though, we got 12 laps, so it's pretty far behind. This is where Josh starts boosting, but I'm gonna wait. I want to get to the second half of the race. Man, that is slow. I think I'm about to get lapped. Now I'm gonna boost. Yeah, I don't know that that's gonna really help that much. Too slow. They're gonna lap me!
このまま最後まで走り切れるかな。
そろそろ本気出すか。
足元をすくわれないようにね。
いまいち
いよいよファイナルラップだ。残り時間30秒だ。安定した着地で超力勝負に
You gotta do it!
逆転へのブーストだ。上陸おっとパンチクッと上陸はチャンス。完走おめでとう。
Boo!
視聴者はご覧の通り熱い声援ありがとう。
230, huh? Alright. Oh god! He's taking it so hard!
ありがとうございました。
Anything?
いらっしゃいませ。あ
No?
りがとうございます。
230, huh? Alright. Test run. I will. Yeah, it was this one. Alright. Well, that sucked. See if it goes. Bomb, bomb, bomb. Next time I get a hankering to talk about, micro genres I'm very interested in, I should go over here and test this. Oh, this is not looking good. Yeah, ooh, yeah, okay. That's not gonna be, that is not gonna get it. That seems unbelievably slow. Oh my god. Okay, that's just wretched. I need more parts, man. Come on. Did they have parts at the, what place was that? Pawn shop. Did they have parts at the pawn shop? Because, I need like I need better parts. This sucks. It's like Gran Turismo levels of tweaking. Yeah, it sure is. Alright, Jesus. Man, I don't know about this. This looks slow. That's too slow. Is it? Alright. Ooh, okay, that seems a little zippier. It's a little bouncy, but I like how yeah, it seems zippier. I like it zippy. Let's go. So my sister-in-law found out that Josh and his brother had not seen the Beastmaster, so we had to watch the Beastmaster. That's also a really good entry in its genre of prehistoric beefmen genre. I don't want to call it the Conan genre, but it kind of is. Another one I like in that genre is your master of something. I forget. Master of the future? I don't think that's right. Your hunter of the future. I think that's right. Alright, that looks like it will win. So let's like just race that. Yeah. Less sword and sandals and more like beef dude in loincloth. Your Hunter of the Future is especially good for having its own like Highlander style theme song, which is always extremely excellent to see.
気を抜くと一発でコースアウトしちゃうよ。行くぜ。俺のゴーレムジャガー。
He's a man of future and mystery. That's what the theme song says.
注目の上流くんは青レーン。みんなスタンバイしてるね。出遅れないようにね。それではレースを開始するぜ。
He's the man. Yours world, he's the man. Alright, this is much better. Lost in the rains of past, an echo of distant lands. There is a man from future, a man of mystery. Yours world, he surrendered his name. Yours world, and the earth burns like fire. He's gonna make all the wild dreams come true tonight in his fight. And then he goes, yours world, he's the man. It's so good. And it, like, the first time that shows up, like a fucking pterodactyl comes down out of the sky. And it's nice, too, because the movie before that had been being, like, boring for about 40 minutes. Maybe 20 minutes. I don't know. I'm not good with time. It was a significant chunk of time where they were just walking around in, like, the brush and poking at things with sticks and kind of talking nonsense, pretending to climb, like, inside trees and forts and shit. It just, nothing was really happening. And then pterodactyl Highlander style opening happens, and I'm just like, I'm in it. I'm back. Are you no? I'm like, you got to be shitting me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you! Yeah! Happy! Oh, I love it. That was some captivating racing. We're looking forward to seeing you again. Oh, good! Shopping! Yeah, you can. Alright. I don't need the super devil killer just yet. All this other shit though. No! Fuck! Oh, I would have been more careful. Fuck me. Well, whoops. I should have looked at the number, but I decided not to. That's it, y'all. That's it for the stream. Reminder, we are doing the watch along. That's gonna be Friday at the regular time. I hope y'all had a good time, cause I definitely did. Thank y'all so much for coming, hanging out with me, having good fun bud times. Thank you to everybody who is in the chat. Everybody who comes and chats with me helps to make things a lot more fun for me and more fun for y'all, and I do really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody who comes by and doesn't chat. Everybody who comes by and checks out the stream, even if it's for a little bit of time, helps to make us more visible, helps us to grow, and I do really appreciate that. Thank you to everybody who watches the VODs later. It's a huge compliment, and I really appreciate it so much. So, that's going to be it from me. My name is Allie. I'm from Ok2BeFat because it is okay to be fat. This has been Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name. I will see you on Friday if you can make it, and if you can't, I will see you when you can. That's it. I gotta go. Bye.